channel. Today we're going to be reviewing the NYX Love Contours All palette. I want to preface this by saying we got this probably 6 months ago at an event we went to, and we used it like that week and really liked it, but then we couldn't find it on Ulta's website or anywhere, so we're like, maybe it's an old item that they were like trying to get rid of, and we were so confused, honestly, just so confused because we couldn't find it. And now it's on the Ulta website and it's been getting really good reviews, so we're like, oh, that could be a good time to like try it again and do a review video. So a little bit about the palette. It's a full face palette. It has 9 eyeshadows, 2 bronzers, 2 highlighters, and 2 eyebrow powders. So no blush, and it retails for $22. So $22 for a full face palette. That includes a mirror too. I just don't want to put it up too high because then you'll see our camera. But that's a really good deal. It's a really big mirror. The packaging feels sturdy. It feels a lot better than other drugstore palettes. And I really like the layout. It kind of reminds me of the Smashbox Shape Matters palette. I don't know if it's like kind of a dupe for that. We don't have that palette, but the colors look similar. And there's also no blush in that one. I think it's just bronzer, highlighter, brows, and eyeshadow. Yeah. And one thing I really like about the layout of this is that down here, I feel like they could have easily put some sort of eyeshadow brush, but they know that like no one uses those brushes that are included, so instead they put the eyebrow powder, and I think we both use eyebrow powder instead of like a pencil. So I really love that they included this because sometimes like I forget my powder, and it's really nice that it's just all in one place. And when we go into the pigmentation of all these, we're gonna start with like the face products and move to the eyeshadow. So then it's the Love Contours All palette. I think the main thing is the contour powder. And obviously we can't use this dark one as contour on our face because we're a little paler, but this one is like the perfect shade for our skin tone. I actually would disagree. I think it tinges a little red, which is bizarre. But it's better than being warm. Yeah, it's better than being like a full-blown orange warm. It's not my favorite contour powder, but I'd say it's a really, really good one, especially for being like this affordable option. Yeah, it's definitely one of the better ones from the drugstore, for sure. And it's really pigmented, but also blends out really nicely. Yeah, I think the blendability is key for contour powders, and that's really what makes it so great. And it is nice they have 2 shades because obviously there's going to be people of all skin tones buying this palette, so it's great to have options for different skin tones. Yeah, and I actually used both of these in my eyes as well today because this one's a good transition, this one's a good crease shade, and then like these are good for like outer V and the lid. So it's really nice that you have those options to use as eyeshadow as well. And moving on to the highlights, they're really pigmented. We're going to do swatches for you so you can see. When you swatch them, they're super pigmented. This one is like a duochrome, which is really beautiful. It's just very light, and this one is gold. So I mixed the two because this one's a little too deep for me and this one's too light, so I felt like mixing them would work. But I will say you have to use a synthetic brush with these because with my goat hair brush, it like wasn't really picking it up. Yeah, they have a very creamy texture, and usually when a powder has a creamy texture, you should use a synthetic brush because it has like kind of like a liquidy formula. Like usually with baked powders, I feel like that could be a situation, but they're really nice. They're really nice when you use the right type of brush. You could even use your finger. Yeah, I've been really picky about highlighter colors. I don't know what it is, so I actually didn't use these today because they weren't really going with what I was feeling. Yeah, but it's just like they're definitely like night and day. Like this one is a true gold, and then this one is like completely like pink duochrome. It's so beautiful, but yeah, very different. Very pretty, very different. I think the duochrome is fun, but I'm not sure if it really fits in this palette. Yeah, that's true, because these are all pretty neutral, earthy tones, and then you have like a pop of pinky highlight, but it's pretty. Next, we can talk about the eyebrow powders in here on the very bottom, and it's really nice. They have a blonde shade. We don't have blonde hair, but I know a lot of people do, and it's really hard for them to find eyebrow products that work for them. And this one is also very ashy, which is good. Yeah, really good. I hate it when eyebrow powders are too warm because no one really has warm eyebrows unless you have red hair. Yeah, same with this one. It's a little bit more warm, the dark one. It's pretty cool. Yeah, it's pretty good. It's a really good powder. We've both used it. Are you using it today? No, I didn't today. I didn't either, actually. But we both used it. Really, really good. Again, so blendable. These powders basically blend themselves. They're so nice. Next up is the eyeshadows. As we said before, there's 9 of them. How many are mattes? There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 mattes and 3 shimmers. 4 shimmers.
4
There's 9
shimmers.
total. 5 mattes and 4 shimmers, which is a good mix in my opinion. I really love that they have a cream shade and a black shade. So many palettes omit those shades, and they're so important because a cream is great for setting the eyeshadow primer, and a black is good when you just need to deepen up any look. So I'm really glad they included both of those. This cream is actually the best brow bone highlight. I love it.
Yeah,
again, it's
really
so
nice.
blendable and it's so pigmented, and I find that a lot of cream shadows aren't pigmented, and when you want to highlight your brow bone area, you want it to show up, otherwise there's really no point. So it's a really, really good brow bone highlight.
Yeah,
brow
for
bone
sure.
highlight. And as far as the shimmer goes, I think this one is very like neutral. Like you can use it for almost any eye look because it's so subtle. It's kind of like a true rose gold, I would say.
This one in the corner?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm wearing it on my lid today.
I am
Are
too.
you?
Yeah,
It's a beautiful color.
It's really beautiful. So I feel like any skin tone could really use this palette, honestly.
Yeah, because a lot of the colors are really dark, so I feel like if you're medium to deep skin tone, you could totally pull it off. And then if you have a very fair skin tone, like we're obviously very pale right now,
Yeah.
you just have to be really light-handed.
Exactly. And I also love this like burgundy type of color. I used it in the outer V today. I think it's so beautiful, and like we said a million times, like these blend so beautifully. So I love this palette. I think that it's so pigmented. You can create so many different looks with this one palette. Even if you didn't use the eyeshadows, you could still do a full eye look with the highlighters and contour powders. So it's just such a good deal for $22, and it's one of the better formulas that I feel like we found at the drugstore.
Me too. And I think that Ulta always has coupons, or if this moves to other drugstores eventually, like you could even get it for cheaper, and
Yeah.
then it's just like buy it because it's totally worth it.
Exactly.
Thank you guys for watching our review of the Love Contours All palette.
Here are the swatches.